not watching this live, you can make sure. I might do highlights of this and a later date, but let me get this baby started and we'll get to the simulation in just a minute. Such a process to get this going. We'll get to the simulation in a minute. I can scroll through the roster in a sec, and we'll see who's playing. I think we'll use the actual Madden rosters for once. Because even when I use my version of the Vikings roster, what I think is the correct one, we lose regardless, so we'll just use theirs. But if anybody's new, so it always takes a little sec to get this all set up on my end, but just be another minute. We'll call that good. So, with the Vikings, well, of course be Keenum. A lot of people think he'll beat Teddy, but I don't think so. Murray. By the way, look at this. Murray's an 83. Cook's an 83 as well. They had saying Murray is just as good as Cook. I don't think they're putting enough respect in Dalvin Cook's name. CJ Ham, of course. Stephon Diggs. Injuries. Yeah, I think with Thielen will play. That's one thing I'm interested in. If you guys think it might be a little bit more limited, I think he'll play because he's so tough. Alright, now I'm all the way ready. Then the big ones, of course, can be the offensive line injuries. I'll probably have Riley Reef out. But I think this game for sure almost out. Otherwise, oh, what's up, everybody? Damian Phantom, LB, Bonello, Plum B Pros. How you guys doing? And no Morgan. So I think we'll have Thielen playing. They still have Treadwell as number 3 receiver. This is the man roster. David Morgan, we got hurt the game before. I'm just gonna put him down in one spot, so we'll kind of account for an injury there. Left tackle. Here's Riley Reef. By the way, look at this. He's a 77. He's a 70, 72, 80, 82. He's our best lineman. I make fun of it every single time. No, let's do that. Let's just have him hurt. Let's say that Mike Remmers is back this week. Let's say he's back. Let's hope Elfline's back too. If all just that happens, we're in good shape. Did they finally edit it to make Anthony Barr on the right side? I think that's right. Yeah, I make fun of it every single week, but yeah, it's crazy. Any other injuries? I think Eric Kendricks got dinged up at the game too, but I think he'll be fine. I know Rhodes got hit by Harrison Smith. Dejo. All right, and any big injuries that should be taken out here for the Bengals? My God, Andy Dalton's horrible. Ooh, Joe Mixon. Could have been a game of possible Viking future running backs if we had Hook healthy. Don't they have the super fast? Yeah, they have John Ross, who's super fast. Yeah, they'll get 98 speed. If only he could get going. I don't know why. In real life, he's probably... Is he hurt? John... Oh, yeah, he's in an injury report. That's too bad. Because that could have been a really good number 2 option for him. And Eifert's also hurt? Okay. Oh, they have Andre Smith. How cute. If Andre Smith, this is how bad our offensive line was. He was our starter. Michael Johnson's this bad. Remember when the Bengals signed him in free agency? He was like an 81. Now he's down to a 77. That was a guy that the Vikings were thinking about getting. You know, Atkins is really solid. So as far as weak spots, almost all across the board, they're average to below average, except for AJ Green. But luckily for us, we have Joe Boy. Xavier Rhodes, so should be a very good matchup for the Vikings. But I'll get more into that in my game preview for the Vikings versus Bengals coming up in the next couple of days. But I think that's enough of me rambling. Let's get into the game that y'all all came to watch. Custom game. We're in Minnesota for once. Yay. Oh, let's go the other way as we get there faster. Bang. Trash. Here we go. Any jerseys you guys want? Yeah, that's true, Vegeta. Any jerseys? Just want the official home. We got the more white on the away jerseys. Color Rush always looks nice. I like Color Rush. So does Morgan. Home, okay, normal home. I got you. Alright, and I don't play this, of course, so we get the most realistic, in a sense, game. I know last week Jacob said it looked more realistic when I played it against the game because the Vikings were trashed in the simulation. But I think we are ready to go, so let's get going. So how are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling after the Panthers game? I'm seeing the chat. We have a thumbs down. Yeah, I get that. It's nice that they, for more ways than one, you can think of like superstitially that, like, hey, if they can get the loss out of the way now so we can get back to winning later. You can think of it like from a coaching's perspective, it's probably pretty good because now they have film so players can know what to correct, and psychologically in the clubhouse they aren't so cocky. Maybe they'll prepare a bit harder.
It's the Bengals going up against the Vikings.
Yeah, and it was definitely just uncharacteristic. So many drops. What, we had like 6 sacks too. A lot of that's due to injury. Like the scariest part of that game was all the injuries that came into the game and the more that came out. So as long as a lot of those injuries aren't too serious, we can rebound. And we could easily end the year 13-3. But even 12-4 is really solid, and I really don't see us losing more than one game out of these next 3.
We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hello again, everybody. I'm Brandon Gardner.
Yeah, exactly, Vegeta. Just reworded what I said. So I don't know if that would have been a problem if they would have kept winning and maybe they get too cocky. I mean, it's playoff teams. They should always be somewhat down to earth against those other top tier teams. But it's kind of nice, I would think, being in their shoes. A good little humbling win like that. You go into a game where you're supposed to win, but then you kind of give it away. How's it going, Cody? Boom! And the Vikings Bengals simulation is off. And I wonder how more the Vikings will fare. This is. Yeah, the Panthers, I always don't like that. Like, that's what people excuse. I know that's what Wabi was saying. Oh, the Panthers are a good team. Yeah, they're good. The Falcons are better. We beat them. The Lions are probably even better than the Panthers. I don't think the Panthers are that great. They have, that being said, they're really solid, right? But they just don't have that many weapons. You stop them on the ground, you win. Yeah, that's a good point too, Vegeta. I don't know how stressful or tiring that is to be on that road trip, because it's not really a road trip like it is in like hockey or baseball, where it can be like 2 weeks straight in a different hotel building. But in football, you go there for a couple days or whatever, then you come back, and then you're back in Minnesota. Yeah, that's a good point, though. That they're a good enough team that if the Vikings get tired and we're a little bit injured, they could sneak one past us. And the fact that we still made it a one-score game at the end shows a lot to us. Yes, Cody, thanks. Take it to the outside and they get the first down of the game.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big wide.
Yeah, Cody. I get the rule that it bobbled a little bit, so it's just a stupid rule. It's a stupid rule that I don't know why they haven't looked at and adjusted that rule. Ever since the Calvin Johnson, it was like the exact same thing, and then it happened to Des Bryant, and I don't know why that wasn't like, all right, you're 2 weeks after that happened. Let's change that up.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
So that's the one where you can't really be pissed at the refs because they're just enforcing a rule that's in the rule book. No matter how stupid it is, you have to give them some respect for, you know.
Between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Second down.
But I think one fun thing about this game is seeing how good Mixon is. So that was a guy that the Vikings were in the conversation of getting in the draft. And there's their backup tight end Croft making a very short third down.
But he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
But the really dumb play was the fumble.
This Minnesota defense that we're going to look at now is sensational last week in the win in Atlanta. They held the Falcons to 9 points.
That's almost unheard of. That was the #1 offense in the league in 2016. Went to the Super Bowl. Still pretty.
You've been hearing Mixon might not play all right. I'll mention that in my game preview coming up. I'll look at the injury report. I think they come out Wednesday afternoon, so I'll see what's going on. But it's based off 1 day of practice, so. Two tight ends on the top of the screen and see if they run it. If they do, Bernard up the middle, and it's stuffed by the goon.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. Now the left-footed punter in his 9th year.
Yeah, Burset, we don't want him to injure our players. You're right. And a perfect punt out at the 1. Looking like the punt in the snow game where it just sticks to the ground in the snow. The Keenum fumble. There's no way you swat the ball out of his hands, and it spirals. Yeah, you don't want to go on the. You don't want to go and start 5-0 and get that type of memories again, Vegeta. I got you. But we're back home. I think matchup wise, we win across the board. And the most frustrating thing is whenever it was like, and there was Murray breaking a tackle very close to first down, breaking another one for the first down, a 13 run off the bat for Latavius Murray.
Helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
You and I both know that you don't really truly replace Adrian Peterson, but Latavius Murray is a really good back. Similar running styles too. Won't wear the same number.
Yeah, it's crazy that they would still play that. They would still play the game in that blizzard. As a player, I don't know how you play it. Like, I don't know how that's not like a big injury hazard with like ACLs and stuff. One slip, your knee goes the wrong way, you're out for the year.
Down here after the run.
Two tight ends on the top of the screen, hands in motion, they'll run behind him to the right side. Murray and stuff with a very short game right at the line of scrimmage.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Let's go. Green 39.
Yeah, I think it gotta be one of the deep. And overthrew Diggs. This is the biggest thing that Madden Simulation Keenum cannot do. Those crossing routes, those little 3 to 4 yard throws. He overthrows them by 2 yards every single time. Makes no sense whatsoever. A route that's run in high school. Madden Simulation puts on his Helen Keller goggles and can't make that one.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
A big 3rd and 10 to give the Vikings at least some field position. Only 2 wide receivers on the field.
From the gun, it's
And everybody, well, Keenum throws it. He's got Thielen. It's Adam Thielen down the sideline. Picking up 26 on a 3rd and 10, moving the chains.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there.
So now since Adam Thielen caught the football, let's do a brief history lesson on Adam Thielen. For those that do not know, Thielen only went to Mankato's or Minnesota State at number 4. I think their punter was trying to get on the field. He went to Minnesota State University Mankato, only on a $500 scholarship. He was undrafted. And what's your prediction, Bryce the Brothelson? And Keenum, 3-step drop. He has Keenum underneath if he wants it. He throw it. He has Drake Bell over the top. And he found a way to catch that one. He found a way. Found a way.
A nice gain of 21 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game,
Well, good thing that's a prediction, Bryce the Brothelson.
in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside.
Hey, by the way, if you guys want to share my Rudolph the Red Zone Reindeer song around, maybe you get me a Grammy. That'd be great.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the
3 receivers on the field.
and he's got it.
Out of shotgun is Keenum. Murray to his left. 3-step drop. He has time, throws it into the middle. It's Laquan Treadwell for another first down. The Vikings are moving on this first drive.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
One thing I can say pretty safely,
The Vikings will lose out for the remainder of the season. Brought to you here first from Bryce from the Beast.
because he's going to lollipop it in the middle of the field.
Oh, first off, very unlikely.
Strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there.
What's your idea for a touchdown celebration of the Vikings? Hand the ball to the Betsy the Beast. Yeah.
And here comes
What's your touchdown celebration? Just hand the ball to the refs, or the celebration they actually do an onside kick? and get the ball back.
First down, Keenan. And it's hit
Oh, they should simulate the Vikings boat. That'd be cool. They like row it or something. That'd be neat.
You gotta give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away, and that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he
As long as they don't
try and get
slowly
some
roll the ball at
shove.
a player on the other team, so that's obviously taunting. Well, the Packers are getting Rodgers back, so that one is the toughest one. And Murray stuffed way behind the line of scrimmage and tackled for a 4-yard loss.
back at the 27.
A 3rd and 14, barely in field goal range for Madden.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive.
Yeah, Vikings. What was that team? What was that team with all the memes with cocaine and boats?
Let 'em down a little
Oh, are you talking about the old Vikings thing where?
Stuff him for a loss.
Or are you thinking of the Bears will step it up? Yeah, they're well. The Bears did beat the Bengals, so they are the best team in the NFC, of course.
Drive coming up, and certainly not an
Yeah,
easy
Rodgers will be back this week, so depending on if he can stay healthy or not, we'll see. I think if the Packers lose, let's just bench Rodgers. Why he loads it? The offset. Oh, he had him. Had a step on Diggs on a seam route. He had him for a touchdown, but he just overthrew him.
This one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What
Because
happened?
Madden doesn't know that Keenum's like one of the best deep throw passes in the NFL.
Be able to believe it.
6
statistically.
points go by the wayside
Well,
on
here
that
comes
one.
King Kai Forbath for a little bit of a long field goal attempt. Teddy the holder. It's up. And a 3-point lead for Minnesota.
And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Well, they started this drive in as tough a spot as you can at their own.
I wouldn't
So they're able to march
put
into
it
the
past
field goal range
Diggs if
to
he's
get
still
three.
trying to deal with that groin injury.
Dare say classy sort of a drive. Backed up in the shadow of your
But
own
could
end
just
zone.
be a lack of play calling because when he catches the ball, he has that explosiveness. So I don't know. I don't know if Shermer's not getting him the ball enough, if lack of Keenum seeing Diggs when he's open or giving him a chance or what. But definitely not seeing as much of Diggs as I would like either.
Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. This fielded at the 2.
Look how slow the kick returner is. Holy cow, does he have 25 speed?
He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
You like Harris over Sendejo? I like Sendejo earlier in the year, but he made a lot of mistakes lately.
They go play action here on first down.
A flick by the wrist, but Green gets Mixon in the flag and pay up the first down. An awkward looking pass there.
Up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say?
Yeah, I think people ride the Keenum hype train, the Keenum hype train a bit too much. His numbers are very deceiving, I think. It can look, he has so much talent around him. He has gotta be like a top 3 receiving core if you put in Diggs, Thielen, and Kyle Rudolph. Look at this formation. Some trickery, and they run behind 2 linemen for a couple. Yeah, and Sendejo should just be reading quarterback there. But yeah, washed down. He's a veteran too, so that shouldn't happen to the veteran.
They want to try that again. Go play action, hit him over the top.
And I think Anthony Harris is a little bit faster, so he can play center field better. The Vikings blitz off the edge. And Mixon gets a couple again of you, 3rd and medium.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at
And Sadeo rarely wraps up. He always just dives as hard, goes as hard as he can with his shoulder, and it rarely is effective. I feel like he hurts himself more than he does knocks around the other players. No, I hate to know how much his shoulder hurts. Holy cow!
Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
playing coverage here.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton.
And they'll pick up another first down. We're close to midfield now.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first.
I'd be really frustrated if I was a Bengals fan. When you're stuck with a quarterback that's not bad enough that you can really trade them, but not good enough to really win you lots of games.
Start to pressure receivers. Now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Yeah, there are situations where you want to just hit hard and knock the play around, even if it doesn't like give you a fumble or knock the ball out, whatever. It sends a message, you know. It can knock them up a little bit. Linval Joseph is absolutely destroying their offensive line.
Should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step.
See, I would think if I'm the Bengals, if I was the Bengals, the GM, I would want to have the balls. Say, screw it, Andy Dalton's not good enough for our team. He's only looks good because AJ Green is so great. Let's trade him to the Browns, the Texans,
you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you get
maybe even the Packers earlier in this year. Insert team that needed quarterback. Maybe for a 2nd round pick. He's probably worth a 2nd rounder to most teams. For a 3 or 4 year gap filler. The Vikings blitz bar. Green are on the run. It's Dalton to the LaFell. And now all of a sudden they're at the red zone. On Xavier Rhodes. LaFell beat him over the top.
32 that time. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked.
Yeah, so often Sendejo on a little underneath drag route or something will just do what he always does, is do his shoulder blaster, and the guy will just bounce off of it and get an extra 8 to 10 yards. And even when he does hit somebody really hard with it, what does that do? I guess it can do with a little psychological game, like, oh man, that hurt, I guess. But he still caught the ball. And I look at Linval Joseph all over the place. Mixon still falls forward for 4 yards, but man, Linval is good.
Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Oh, hey, that's cool, Ian. Dalton, the Vikings blitz. Oh, they just screen to the right side, and it's cleaned up. Is that? Okay, I think this is how you can tell that Madden 18 has never seen the Vikings. That was an arm tackle by Andrew Sendejo.
Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there.
Yo, that's really cool though, Ian. I went to the Rams. Yeah, it was the Rams game I went to, yeah. And that was a fun one. Well, I have a vlog on my channel if you want to check out my experience. My girl bought me some tickets, so it was a really fun one. She surprised me with them.
Search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2.
Bernard gets a couple. I don't know why they ran that. That was an extremely conservative call, and the Bengals are going for the tie.
It brings up a 4th down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
I do appreciate that you represented the Vikings in Wisconsin, though. Is that rough for you? Yeah, I get a bunch of Packer haters. Oh, boo-hoo. Anthony Barr is so dirty.
And that will tie us at 3-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of
Yo, Bonello, if you want to check out the new stadium, and I don't know where you live, but if you're just in the area, I would very much recommend take a weekend. If you aren't in the area, just go some weekend. If you have to get a hotel, do it. Otherwise, if you have family in the general area, stay with them. Go to the state fair, like or go to the game like that Saturday. Go to the preseason game, and then go to the state fair that's that Sunday. It's a great way to spend a weekend. It's really fun. Massachusetts? Oh, that's a bit more of a problem, but hey, representing the Vikings in Patriot country, so that's even better.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Just one tick to go, so this will obviously.
You hate the Patriots? I'm just sick of them winning. I don't have really anything negative about them. And hey, you complete the cross route, and there's your boy Diggs.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
And everybody's out of Minnesota. That's pretty wild.
In this first quarter, 3-all the score.
I like how you're all three are in other really good football states. And like the Vikings, that's cool. Yeah, you guys could easily just bandwagon to that team, but nah, you guys sticking with the Vikings. Why are you guys all Vikings fans then? You're like, oh, what's the best team in the NFL? And it's like, oh, the Vikings, of course.
They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out.
I know a lot of Packer fans are super salty and calling Barr the dirtiest player ever for the Aaron Rodgers injury.
Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first.
Second and short. 3 tight ends bunched in the bottom of the screen. Murray in the backfield. And they run with Murray and gets stuffed on the line of scrimmage. Done against Geno Atkins. Alright, so your dad's from Minnesota?
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack, but I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in.
Oh, we have a female in the chat. Oh,
he's a heck of a player.
And they're a big TFL.
Unbelievable.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins,
you make. I have to start stuttering now. Flustered. And Keenum running to Murray again. He has a little hole and takes up the first down.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That's how you get right up onto the mat, because on the last play they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
And that was another frustrating thing, how the Vikings stopped giving McKinnon the ball after the second half. Really frustrating. He was doing really good, but they just stopped giving him the ball. 3 receivers on the top of the screen, play action. Keenum is sacked. Oh, he got away from the first one, throws it to the left side, deep and out of bounds. A good play there by Keenum to at least avoid the sack. That's some Case Keenum that we're used to. Believe it or not. I don't know what it is now. Last time I checked, Case Keenum's elusiveness was 20.
The Giants organization has made a move during the season since 1976. When they relieved Bill Arnsparger of his duties as the head coach, they also told the general manager his services were no longer needed. So they're going to clean house and start fresh again in 2018.
Keenum play action in. He has time. Throws it deep. He has Thielen crossing route to the outside to the 30. Pushes it out nearly in the 27-yard line.
We'll see if they can turn it around. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching.
Keenum it real. I like it.
But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Everybody's a Seahawks fan. Oh man. One back in the backfield, it's Murray, and stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. You really want the Vikings to score a touchdown here. They're right at the 27. They set up for field goal the first time, and they're in the red zone. Now again, it's 2nd and 11. You don't want to go backwards here, of course.
Planted in the backfield, probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Not 2 tight ends again, 2 wide receivers, Diggs and Thielen. And they'll run with McKinnon this time, and they're going to get nothing here. 2 yards there, bring up a 3rd and very long.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to.
Yeah, you got to represent. You guys are the true heroes. The Wisconsin Vikings fans, you guys are the real heroes. Yes, you got to take on all the nasty cheesehead spit in your face, and you still wear your purple proud. The receivers in the field, if we set up a screen on the left side, it's set up very well. 2 leading blockers. McKinnon not nearly patient enough as he should have been. He gets tackled 2 yards short. Let's see if it's 4-down territory here.
Dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it.
All right, so you are a Boston fan, but you just don't like the Patriots, so you chose the Vikings for your football team? Is that how you roll? No fake here. Teddy spot is good, and field goal is good. Vikings take it back a 3-point lead.
It's 6-3. So we're trading field goals here in the opening half. No breakthrough yet on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
And really, I like what I've seen from both.
Yeah, I'm Minnesota across the board. I only really pay attention to football and baseball. I pay attention like on social media and stuff about the T-Wolves and the Wild. My brother's a big Wild fan. My brother-in-law is a big T-Wolves fan, so yeah, I stay in the loop that way. But I'll watch the Vikings every Sunday, of course, with a YouTube channel around it. I go to a lot of Twins games, but I used to have a hard time watching the Twins on TV because I'm not that type of attention span. Boom! Fielding it right at the beginning of the end zone, goes to the 10, to the 50. Look how slow he is. Not even barely past the 20-yard line. Yo, Griffey's cool. You can't hate on that.
Last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
This kid never get into basketball that much because there's so many just lead changes. So it's hard to really tell when your team's dominated. Maybe just I'm not good at basketball either, so I never was in it as a kid. So
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
So I don't know, like different plays, different schemes, whatever. But in football, I was in it for 4 years, so I have an idea of, you know, what you're doing wrong, who has bad form, that. Yo, the Twins were a lot of fun this year. It was a shame what happened in the wild card game, but there was a team that was like, hey, let's try not to get in last place again. Tipped and still caught it. The Vikings' bad luck continues. Tipped at the line of scrimmage, and Andy Dalton continues to be perfect, 7 for 7. You did? Were you in a bet with someone, Cody, or is it some survival league or something? Because that was cool to see. I'd like to see more upsets like that. Like, if only the Browns could have stopped being the Browns for an extra quarter or so and beat the Packers. Man, that would have been great. And it's a read option, and Dolphins got the 1st down this way. No, if the Vikings have bad luck in real life, they have even worse luck in Madden simulations. I'm pretty sure they've only won like one of these.
defensive end.
Well, let's see what
What
happens.
are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage.
Those are fun. I always would make a mistake. I made 2 mistakes of forgetting to select a team during the week. I would remember like Sunday afternoon, and by that point it was too late. Even though there's teams that haven't played yet, it was stupid, but whatever. Take the L. Mixon gets a couple.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Four receivers on the field. Dalton out of the shotgun. Mixon to his left, and he'll give it to Arts Bernard. And if they got a couple, bringing up a third and medium. The Bengals have been very good on third down in this game. See if their good luck continues on third and short.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now, the Bengals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time
Third and 2. Looks like they'll run the ball. It didn't work very good last time. And they just totally do a play action. And a big hit. And he threw it away. The first incomplete pass for Andy Dalton's going to cause a punt.
They've been running it real well on this drive. And it was 3rd and short. Okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Here's Kevin Huber now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first.
Yo, Wayne's been played a lot better. Wayne's been playing a lot better the second half of the year. A pretty bad punt there. Sends it out to the 25 for the Vikings. Decent field position. Up by 3. 7 minutes left in the second quarter.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead.
Well, Rhodes is better, of course. Like, Rhodes and AJ Green should be a joke. AJ Green's great, but Rhodes is, when you match up on an elite receiver, good night. Good night. So I don't want to just be a homer, but I think the Vikings are definitely one of the scariest teams come playoff time. But I think it'd be really dope for an NFC Championship game, Eagles versus Vikings, battle of backup quarterbacks. That'd be a lot of fun.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Yeah? Yeah, it was nice to see Waynes with his speed finally coming in clutch, running down Newton.
Closing in, that was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Keenum getting blitz. We have a screen to the left side set up. He throw it away. He completes that pass. He has a blocker in front of him. Now we have a 3rd and 12.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of.
Yeah, Rhodes is just too good. Whenever he's matched up on a guy that he actually cares about, good luck. Under 60 yards for sure. Probably 30. 2 receivers on the top of the screen. We have Rudolph in the game, and McKinnon checks in. He has time, throws it. He has Rudy. Now let's take a time to talk about the video I did earlier today. Rudolph the Red Zone Viking. It's the Vikings Christmas jingle. You should all check it out.
It's not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants. So how do you stop?
I think the reports are saying Rodgers will come in this week, but I don't think he should.
But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
First and 10, 2 receivers on the top and the bottom of the screen, and Keenum will hand the ball to Murray. Nothing there. Could have bounced it to the left side, but just ran into the path of Bengals.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run,
It's only 80% healed.
He hasn't been able to get anything
So
going.
if I'm the Packers GM, head coach, I'm saying, hey, let's give it one more week, you know. If we can win this game week without you, and we still think we can get in the playoffs, we'll go with you. But we ain't gonna risk you and have to do a perfect season and re-injuring you for next year. Keenum gets through the blitz, 2nd and 9. We pick up this one. It's Murray. Breaks the 1 tackle and brings the ball to the 40-yard line. Yeah, I believe so. Packers versus Panthers. Well, they're mathematically, I believe, in better position than the Lions right now. They both have the same position. They're both at 6 losses. So the 10-win marker is usually the magic number. And they have to play the Vikings. I know they have the Vikings at home, but there's a bunch in the top of the screen. Alice shotgun is Keenum, drops back. He looks to his left. He has Treadwell, and out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Would love to get one big game out of Treadwell. One game where gets like 80 yards and a touchdown. Something like that, just to get that confidence up, get some of the haters off his back. That'd be really great. It'd be really great to get out of Treadwell. I think he has talent, and it's in his head, really.
Lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, that was great in the big block in that game too, where he got flagged on, which I believe was controversial. But Treadwell I think that's another Keenum symptom where he just doesn't look at those receivers. I think Teddy would like Treadwell. I think our offense is really set up well for Teddy, because Treadwell could be a better version of Charles Johnson. Murray breaks off 1 tackle, goes forward for a couple. The Vikings are sitting at another 3rd and long. They've already had 2 nice pickups on this drive. Can they get another? Oh yeah, Treadwell killed the guy. I know he got flagged on it. I thought it was a good hit, but I think that pissed him off, and that's you saw him go off in that game a little bit. Only 2 receivers here on the 3rd and long. It's a big play action. And he has all the time in the world. Keenum looking back. The coverage very good. Now Bengals come. And looking for Diggs. Couldn't get his feet in bounds. 4th down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass.
Unfortunately, here comes the field goal team with the 3rd straight field goal attempt near the red zone. Up and 3 for 3 for King Kai Forbath.
And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
Not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though this offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points.
All right, Jacob. I guess I'll let it slide. Enjoy the rock concert.
Forbath now to kick it away.
Well, yeah, I think Rhodes will for sure shadow AJ Green this week, and he'll shut him down. And Mixon will take it out of the end zone, and he gets nowhere. A bad decision there. Gets it to the 16.
He'll only get back to the 16-yard line. So now the
You can hear the ooze. Sounds gnarly. I always feel like those big hits on high school players are really scary. First off, those players are a lot younger and aren't as rich as NFL players. They don't have like the medical assistance there, so it can be really scary. I don't like to think the NFL equipment's better than the high school ones, but I don't really know. Like, it's cool and all. Like, it could be a fine hit, and it could be like no risk of injury. But it's always a little bit scarier in high school. Three receivers on the field. Dalton out of the shotgun, and he'll pass here on first down, and a slant to pick up the first down. LaFell right at the 2-minute warning.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
A little sad story. My 3A high school championship game. We my freshman year, we lost by 2 points. Lost by 2 points in the championship game. We had a touchdown taken back from us that we thought we had. It was almost like a Thielen situation. I know Shazer is still in pretty bad conditions, but I think they're optimistic about it. The Bengals set the screen. Can they get it off? No. Tom Johnson says no. Try to screen on me. I'll smash you in the turf. And it's a loss of 12 yards on first down. Bring up a 2nd and 22.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Dalton, the Vikings blitz. Kendricks, he throws it deep. It's incomplete. 3rd and 22 coming up here. The Vikings stuff all 3 timeouts. A stop here would be big. Give the Vikings solid field possession and have a very good chance to score before half. Then we get that first touchdown of the game.
That's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Now they'll run the ball here to get the timeout the clock. See, the Vikings should tell you calling timeout here, and they do. 1:23, 2 timeouts. They'll probably want to save 1 for a last-second field goal attempt.
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he's on
the punt here. See if Sherrills can finally get a good return. He finally had a good one last week. See if he can get the first touchdown return. The Vikings play to return. The punt's off. Sherrills has the Viking in front of the block. He gets the chip and nothing more. The Vikings will start at the 31-yard line.
And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2 receivers on the top of the screen. Keenum on the shotgun. And they do a corner routes here. They'll hit Murray short. Pick up a couple. Makes a couple guys. Bengals miss. He doesn't get out of bounds. The clock will continue to run.
Display of footwork on that run. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play.
2nd and 3. A minute and 1 second to go. 39-yard line. Need to get about 40 yards for a field goal attempt. Have 1 timeout left. 3 receivers on the field and Rudolph in his tight end position. Everybody out, throws it. It's gone. Pick 6. The Bengals get the lead. Down the sideline and gone. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
So a pick 6 there out of the